Hello and welcome to the Humble Seer. So let's talk about Chris Rock, the comedian. And the first thing I hear is, I'm milking that slap for everything it's worth. And that slap being the slap at the, I don't know, was it the Academy Awards? When, whatever, you know what the slap is, when Will Smith went on stage and slapped Chris Rock. And it was real. That was real, okay? I know there's a lot of people that don't think that, some people think it was staged. It was real. And I'm hearing that Chris Rock is going to milk that for all it's worth. He's going to keep that going, is what I'm hearing. I mean, I guess he has the right. I mean, he has the right to do whatever he wants in that way, right? But I'm hearing that Will Smith is too, but he's struggling. And it's like retrospect. It's like hindsight is 2020 or 30/20. And he's really wishing that he hadn't done what he did by going on stage and for all the world to see, because the world, millions of people have seen the slap. And that is a negative thing. It resonates. It's very negative. And so and I'm hearing that Will Smith just reacted, and he didn't, because, okay, so Will Smith slapped Chris Rock but what he was really doing was slapping his wife. I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but what he was really doing was slapping Jada Pinkett. And so in his mind, he's like, okay, this is it, right? I'm going to just go up there and do something crazy. And I mean, it was almost like getting back at her. Like, okay, you're always in my ear about things. You're always talking about how I don't stand up as a man. This is turning into a Will Smith reading, but you're always talking about how I'm not a man and I don't stand up. So here, I'm going to do this. Now what? How you like me now? That's what I'm hearing from Will Smith. But I definitely digress somewhat, but it's necessary context for the reading. So let's do this. Let's talk about Chris Rock and Will Smith's relationship. So we're going to pull a card on the overall, and then we'll pull a card on how Chris Rock views Will Smith, and vice versa, how Will Smith views Chris Rock. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. And I'm hearing Chris Rock is laughing all the way to the bank. All right, so this first card is going to be their overall relationship. This is how Chris views Will. And this one will be how Will views Chris. Okay, we got the card pulling out of the way. So what's the overall? Okay, the overall is the Six of Swords. That makes sense, right? And I feel this is, well, it's definitely Chris, but it's also Will. And that's in a movement in a positive direction, a journey, a mission, progress made. Okay, so that is very telling as the overall. So it's moving, the relationship is moving in a positive direction. And I think that's good, because they both need to heal from this. It's very negative for both of them. It's a tower for both of them, right? But the Six of Swords says it's travel and movement in a positive direction. This is the overall relationship. Okay, now, this is how Chris views Will. Chris Rock views Will as the Five of Pentacles. Now, we know that Will Smith is in no way poor, but that doesn't always mean, it doesn't always have, poor in terms of finances is not always what this card is about. So let's read what the card tells us it's about. Five of Pentacles is poverty, sickness, disease, loss, lack of resources, and partnerships. This is how Chris views him. So Chris views Will as sick in that way, maybe diseased and, just not mentally ill or anything like that. It's Jada Pinkett. It's Jada Pinkett, which is why Chris made the joke in the first place about her alopecia, or I think something, she has some kind of hair where she loses her hair, and that's a sensitive for anybody. But when he did that, it was essentially a slap in the face to Jada. And it was a slap in the face to Jada, and it was a gift from Chris Rock to Will, is what I'm hearing. Chris gave him that because Chris knows how Jada Pinkett is, and he knows about their relationship, and he knows how Jada Pinkett treats Will Smith. And so Chris got on that stage and made that joke as a gift to Will Smith, because Will is not ever going to say anything like that about his wife, right? And we understand that he's married. Okay, now, Will Smith views Chris Rock as the emperor, and this makes perfect sense because Chris really holds all the cards, even though Chris did say something offensive, but we have to put that in the category of he's a comedian, and a comedian is liable to say anything, although that again it was a hurtful thing. So Will Smith views Chris Rock as the emperor, and the emperor is stable. They have a stable future. They are authority. They have rules. They rise to power, and they achieve their goals. And this is what has happened for Chris Rock out of what Will Smith did. Isn't it interesting how Chris views Will in this way, and Will views Chris in this way, and it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense that he would view Chris as the emperor. He has the power because Will is the one who committed the offense. He physically committed the offense, and Chris Rock could press charges. That is an offense. You don't put your hands on someone. But I doubt that will. I don't see that happening. And if it did, I don't see Will Smith going to prison or anything around it. No, he'll get a slap on the wrist and maybe have to pay, something to Chris Rock. But that's the story. So it's moving in a positive direction. Chris views Will Smith as the Five of Pentacles. So I hope I said Six of Swords, and Chris views Will Smith as the Five of Pentacles, somebody that's really just down and out by their own making. And Will Smith views Chris Rock as the emperor. He is on top, and he makes the rules. He sets the pace of how the relationship is going to move forward. It's everything is in the control. The ball is in the court of Chris Rock. And Chris knows that, and I started at the beginning about him milking it for everything it's worth, because he's going to do that. He's going to make Will Smith grovel and beg. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for stopping by the Humble Seer. Please do consider liking, sharing, subscribing, and leave that comment below and tell me what you think about the Chris Rock and Will Smith saga. Until next time, you take good care. Oh, and if you like what I do, consider buying me a coffee, and that information will be in the description box below. Until next time, you take good care. Bye.